Good afternoon. Sort of a quick Facebook Live weekend edition, hence the casual attire. It's also raining today, so maybe you'll be home watching this when it's all damp outside. Before I get started, let me introduce myself so you know who I am in case you haven't seen my broadcast before. My name is Barry Selby. Ta-da! I am a best-selling author, speaker, and relationship attraction expert, helping strong, successful women find balance in love, life, and business. I'm also a passionate champion for the divine feminine. That's my spiel. And in case you haven't watched my broadcast before, I do daily Facebook Lives. This is number 282. The title is Messages from the Masculine to Inspire the Feminine Heart. Yes, 282 of these in a row. Well, the first 30 or so were weekly, but then it's been daily ever since. So I think I've set a record of some sort. But today's topic was inspired actually by a lyric to a song I was listening to. I was out running around errands today in the rain and had my earbuds in. I was listening to a song and there's a lyric in there about I'll take care of you came up in the chorus. And I had this flash of insight. Well, let's hope it was an insight and not some other insult. But I thought I'd talk about this because I just had this download / epiphany / realization about how, ladies, you've been wired by society's structure for the last 70, 80 years, and it's still playing in a very, very weird way. So let me put on the table what has been running through my head since I listened to that lyric. In the old days, when most of us were very, very young, if not hadn't been born yet, most women didn't get married till they left their home that they were raised in. So they're raised by the parents. The prospective, not courtier, what's the word I'm looking for? Suitor, that's the word, the suitor, would show up at the house, invite the woman out, or the young woman out, go out on dates and everything, and eventually get to a point where he would ask the father for permission to marry his daughter. And one of the things that would be said was, will you provide for her, or will you take care of her? And that was always about creating a home and an environment like the one she was raised in, so she should be taken care of, which is kind of like, makes sense. Back then especially, because back then, women weren't working for a living. They didn't have their own bank accounts. They didn't have their own place to live. They didn't have their own cars. Women basically were dependent upon the men. That ain't so anymore. So bring it to present time. When a man says to take care of a woman, there's an interesting disconnect. And I want to speak to this a little bit. There's still wiring in most women's DNA and imposed by society that a man is supposed to provide for her financially and security-wise, structure-wise, so that she can be taken care of. Which is not quite in alignment with where women are nowadays, being free to start their own companies, do their own businesses, making lots of money as well, where a lot of women earn money in... Now, I'm not talking about equality, it's different. Women in their own right can make a lot of money that is equal to sometimes more than the men make. So taking care of her financially would be an interesting discussion, and it's not something talked about much because money and sex are the two biggest challenges to talk about in relationships, in case you didn't know that. But the other part of this is, and this is the part that really hit me hard, this is the big sort of like, whoa, is when a man says to a woman, I'll take care of you, where does that come from? And the reason I want to say this, thank you, Monique, I appreciate the feedback. Yes, I hopefully saying something true and valuable. I want to speak to this part too. This is the second part. That's the first part about financial equality. But sometimes, and I've seen that a lot with my clients who've got out of really painful relationships. I was reading an article this morning about how people survive who are empathic partners to narcissistic partners in relationship, which is really horrendous reading. But see, the thing about this point, and I want to get to this, is, and again, I'm using the archetypes male and female of this, that he will take care of you as a woman financially, but doesn't take care of you emotionally or physically or sexually. There are plenty of relationships out there, not yours, I hope, where he may provide the paycheck that pays for the house that you live in, but he goes out and cheats on you on the side, or he goes and gets drunk every night, comes home and is not available to you, or he actually abuses you. He's still taking care of you, but it's so not real. I mean, this is where it pulls my heart. I see so many women who are taken care of financially, but they're so not taken care of on any other level. There are so many women in the world. Now, I'm going to talk about the Western society because I'm not going to get into the whole thing about culture differences in other countries. But in the Western world, there are so many women who have reported rape or abuse or neglect from their partners, who said at the beginning when they got married, I mean, especially in the marriage vows, about taking care of each other. Well, taking care of you is not about me making sure that I take care of the bills. It means I take care of your heart, that I take care of your emotional well-being, that I take care of your peace of mind. And the biggest piece, and this is something that I remember hearing from Alison Armstrong, is that my role with a woman is to make her feel safe. For me, I think that's probably the biggest word, or the most important word in the I'm taking care of you subject matter. So there's another piece that was coming in. It will come in again because it was floating over here. I'll keep moving. If it comes up again, I'll bring it in. If you haven't watched my broadcast before, I tend to get downloads that pop in the middle of this talk. But this is a big piece. I want to make sure you understand this, and maybe just for me to voice it out in the world so I feel better talking about it, is there's this discord and this separation between taking care of somebody and taking care of them. I mean, as strange as that sounds. Where a man thinks that all he has to do is pay the bills and he's taking care of her, but she's not being taken care of emotionally or taken care of in her safety. And that's one of the biggest things for me, is that how many women are not safe with their partners. They're not feeling safe from their male partners because, you know, in the magic marriage vows, it's like in sickness and in health and in rich and in poor. Rich and in poor, something like that. I don't know the vows very well anymore, apparently. But the thing about that is, it doesn't speak in the vows about emotional safety or physical safety for that matter. Yes, there's a presumed physical safety because you have the money to take care of the house, but if you don't make your woman feel safe, gentlemen, because you don't treat her with respect, love, and dignity, you're missing the boat. And ladies, if you're in a relationship where the man doesn't do that for you, you might want to think about saying goodbye, or at least educating him to know what is really required. There's a phrase that one of my fellow speakers and coaches in relationship, Brian Reeves, talks about. He did an article, which I love. The article was about, he spoke to the point of the 3 words that one wants to hear from a man is, I got this. And I love that phraseology. It's so true, and it lands for women so many times when I've said that and shared it with them. Again, this is my friend's Brian's, not my original thought, although I've I've hijacked it a couple of times, but said it's from him. I do give attribution. That statement of I got this, for me to say to a woman who's in my love life, my relationship partner, is not just about I've got the check, you know? It's like I've got you in mind. I have you in my heart. I respect you and honor you, and I want to make sure that I'm there for you, with you, to make you feel safe. Not to make sure not that you can't do it on your own, but it's that safety. I think is the biggest piece of the puzzle, the biggest missing piece for many people in a relationship when they think they're going to be provided for by their partner. This is, and I don't know if this is going to go yet. I mean, I'm just putting this on the table right now, but there's more to it than this, I know. But I wanted to just throw this out there on a rainy Saturday afternoon, because this process was coming through me, this idea and understanding about what's out of alignment. So, as a invitation, as a recommendation, to see much time. Okay, I'll make sure I have this thing about trying to get 10 minutes at least on my videos. So I wasn't sneaking. I was sneaking a look at my watch just to see what time I'd been running through. So to summarize this, when someone says to you, I'll take care of you, be really clear about what that means. Because you may run assumptions about what you think that means, but what they mean isn't what you're assuming. I think it makes total sense. So if you're in a romantic relationship, especially in a romantic relationship where there's intimacy and trust and ideally communication that's working between you, you get clear about what that means to you. Is he providing you the safety emotionally, mentally, physically, sexually, and financially, and maybe some others too, that you may have not have seen for yourself? Or is he just thinking, I've got enough money to take care of her and that's all it takes, and doesn't take care of you emotionally, physically, sexually, or any of the other parts? So be clear what that means to you if you're a man in this situation, and if you're a woman in this situation, what does it mean to you? Because this is kind of important stuff. I just realized, when this hit this morning, I was like, whoa, I need to talk about this. This is a big, juicy topic that I can talk about. So I might talk about this more during the week. This is just what came up now to share, so I'm going to put it out now. as a thought provocation process. So think about this, and if you have questions or comments, or you think about this, please put your comments below the video. If you're stuck and need help because you're not sure how your relationship is supposed to work or how you're supposed to get a relationship, please reach out to me and send a message to me. I'll help you with that. That's my speciality. If you haven't seen my other broadcasts, or you haven't been watching for a while, you can catch all of my broadcasts, all 281 plus this one, on my website, which is barryselby.com, where you see all my stuff, under the video blog. They come from YouTube because I put these Facebook Lives on YouTube after this. And YouTube is Barry Selby is the channel, is the user, and Message for the Masculine is the playlist. Or you find it on my find it on my business page on Facebook if you want to watch some more here on Facebook. And that's barryselby.author is my business page. And that, I think, is enough provocation for one afternoon. So I hope this has been of use to you and ideas to you. Think about this. But seriously, think about this for yourself. When someone says they're going to take care of you, what does that really mean to you? What does it really mean to them? So you make sure you're on the same page. Communication is a two-way street. Doesn't mean you should assume what they're saying is what you think you're hearing. That's a whole nother... Actually, that's one of the chapters in my book. Of course it is. Yes. Okay, there's a chapter in my book. You can read about that on my... You go to my website, check on the book page, you'll find out about my book. 50 different principles, and that's one of them. I realized I just did a different angle on it. And with that, I wish you a wonderful afternoon. Please take care of yourselves. And do yourself a favor. Ask yourself the question, what does taking care of me mean? And keep that in your standards. Raise the bar to get what you really want. That's the best way to choose a healthy relationship. Choose for yourself and choose for your life. With that, thank you for watching. If you want to share this with your friends who maybe want to see this, please share it with them. I will be back in tomorrow, number 283. And I wish you well. Take care of yourself, especially if you're in LA or Southern California this weekend. It's rather wet. Drive safely and stay dry. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.